Hello and welcome to Compound Daily. We're going to go over a couple of features that we have on our website, a few of which are the calculators. This first one I'm going to show you is a daily compound interest calculator in its pretty much most basic form. And if you've never used this before, it's pretty fun to use. You can figure out stuff if you have an investment or if you want to invest in the future on something, you want to see some kind of projection of what you can possibly make. This is a good one to use on a daily basis. So let's say we have an initial investment of 5,000, and whatever we're doing in our investment or trading or whatever it is, we earn 0.5% interest. And we're going to do this for 90 days. Now, this reinvestment rate, that means that we're going to take 100% of what we make every day and put it right back in. We're not going to take out profit or anything like that. And we're just going to put here that we're going to include weekends. So we hit calculate, and it'll show us within 90 days, our profit will be $2,832.80. Now, you're wondering, well, how is that even possible? Well, the good thing is we have a chart that will show you exactly how that is possible. Making 0.5 a day, looks like your earnings start out around $25 and will increase because that 25 now, your initial 5,000 becomes 25,025. And so on, and it keeps growing and growing, each time compounding it every day. So this is your earnings every day that you put in here. And you can see through this time, it'll grow and grow and grow. And you don't take anything out. And so by the end of your investment, your $5,000 investment will turn into $7,832.80 in 90 days. That's if you have an investment vehicle that is giving you 0.5% interest daily. That's paying. If it's less, you could adjust it. Let's say that it's even half of that. You could do the same thing here. So in 90 days, you make 230 bucks. So you could use this as a tool. Again, it's a calculator to help you with your future investments. Let's use our regular compound interest calculator. And let's just say that we start our investment. Let's say you have $5,000 in the bank. And we find an investment, like say just a regular Roth or some kind of something that's going to pay you, let's say 8%. Between 8 and 10% is pretty great. If you're 25 years old, 35, 45, doesn't really matter. But let's put a standard year of growth here, at least for 10 years. Okay? So we're going to start at 10. And we're also going to be adding every month more investment into this. Let's just say we put an extra $250 in here a month. And you may think to yourself like, oh my God, $250, do I have that? Well, yeah, everyone has that. Because if you stop drinking your Starbucks or at least eating out, once a day, if you're spending $8 a day or $10 a day on fast food or something like that, absolutely you can save that much. Just start packing a lunch and start doing stuff. Change your life a little bit. You don't realize how much money that you lose. So just with this in mind, this is 10 years. And we're going to calculate this. So 5,000 with $250 a month, in 10 years you would have accumulated over $21,834. So your payments that you'd be putting in here, these $250 a month, is actually $30,000 that you would have over 10 years added to your account, which is great. So now you have an investment that you started with 5,000, grows to 56,000, and you're like, wow, what can I do with that? Should I cash it out? Should I do whatever? Let's say you're 25. Now you're 35. So you're 35 years old. You got $56,000. You can take it and throw it into a house or a down payment or whatever you want to do. Or you could continue to compound it for a longer time. And again, on this, you can see the chart will continue to grow from the interest that you make, the payments that you make, and it will grow and grow and grow until you pretty much stop it from growing and pull it out. And you can see during that time, the payments that you have and the interest that you make on a regular basis grows pretty much exponentially. It's amazing. So let's say you are 25 and you want to take it out, or let's say you want to retire early at 55, okay? So we're going to do this for 30 years. And you're just going to keep this at $250. As you get older and your income increases, you could add more to it, but for all practical sakes, we're just going to use $250 and keep it normal. So we're going to calculate that now. So by the time that you're 55, so that's 30 years, you have accumulated $332,000 in interest. Your total payments is $90,000. This is over 30 years. So $90,000 you put into it. So total you would have $427,000 in your bank or in your investment. So when you're like going, okay, well, is almost $500,000 enough to retire on? You know, maybe for some places, maybe not for others. If you want to go live in Thailand or something like that, you can live like a king. But here I'm in California. This would be okay, but you would still have to kind of watch what you're spending. But if you live in a, let's say, less costly, part of the United States or part of the world, that could last you quite a bit. And at 55, keep in mind, unless you plan on dying, when you're 60, you still have at least 30 years to go. So if you want to live off this a little bit, you can. And let's just say that you keep some in there, and this continues to grow for 40 years. So for 10 more years after that, your $400-something thousand turns into almost $1 million that's in here. Now keep in mind, this is when you would be 65 years old right here, this number. So at 65, you'd have almost $1 million in the bank, probably retiring from whatever job that you have. And then you can go live your life pretty much anywhere and enjoy yourself. So on our site, we have a couple things. If you want to keep these as like a goal or something like that, you can say, send my results here, put in your email, and then it'll go ahead and send this chart to you where you can have it, on your refrigerator or whatever you want, just a constant reminder of what you're going to be doing. But this is a good indicator of what you want to be able to use to have a little bit financial independence when you get older. Now let's just say that as time goes on, we're going to put this down to 10 years. As time goes on, you make a little more money. And you're like going, hey, I want to put like, say, $500 in there. Say if you're single, you don't have like a lot of kids and you don't have a wife that's, or a husband that says, hey, give me some money. So you put $500 in here and I'll show you. Within 10 years, it would have grown to over $100,000. Within 20 years, it's 319, and let's do that 40 years. So 40 years or 65, you've put $500 a month in. You are currently at $1.86 million from $500 a month. That means that if you could, that's like a car payment. So if you own your car and you don't have to do something like this, you could absolutely, put $500 a month and just keep it on a regular auto bill or something like that. This is for your independence in the future. So you can do whatever you want. But again, this is a tool that'd be great. So apart from that, we also have articles on our website that talks about, teaching children about compound interest, the pretty much everything. Like there was interesting things happening with trading, like with GameStop and stuff like that. So we have a whole kind of gamut of stock market and things like that, and our views on it. We wrote these articles, so you can look at these. We also have some standard ones that are off the internet, either CNBC or even YouTube. You can view them on here too, so it's pretty good. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have a chance to like or comment, I'd appreciate that. If you want to see more of these videos, go ahead and subscribe, and we'll continue to make them. I want to keep growing this site. Currently, we have about 12 to 13,000 people a day, viewing our website, either and using our calculator. So a lot of people like it. Thank you very much.